Alright, we've got ES here. Broke down through volume here, kind of starting to get into this null. We're below the 23.6 on the secondary, 22.49. We are sitting here at the 61.8 of this previous channel here on the 20-day. You can see it's currently acting as support. I'd watch maybe a back test of this 22.49 area. It acted as support quite a few times, so we'll have to see if it allows price back over it, or if it continues to act as resistance to reject this trend line here and retest 43, and then if we break 43 down here into the next fib level, 22.35 or so, and then so on and so forth. We're in this null here. Put it on the 30-day. And you can really see how big it is. Really just no volume through here. Obviously, we just all the way up with very little stoppage. So these would definitely be downside targets. If we do break back over 49 or so, a lot of volume here. We probably see price slow down. A lot of push-pull here through this area. And then maybe a back test here, this 22.61.5 or so. But for now, I would think we see price move lower, especially if we see any pickup in volume like we did today, tomorrow. Oh, NVDA. This thing's pretty much just parabolic. I mean, how do you chart something that moves that quick? I put a couple fibs on it. I went from this earnings gap low to the all-time high, and then this pullback low here on 12.12 to the all-time high. So at least I've got a few numbers. And then I even did one here from the 12.21 low up in the all-time high, just to get a few numbers. Where am I looking for supports to come in? Where's volume at, etc. So today I was actually long today. It was pretty terrible to start the day. I got long here at the 116.1 area and got stopped out here at like the 115.5 or so. But I did get short here again at this 113.73. Tried to break through this 38.2, the shorter term 38.2 here, and rejected at multiple candles. So I got short on the breakdown here below 113.58. Got out of all the 110s that I had down in this area. I really don't want to hold them. A lot of sideways action, a lot of volume building out, possible maybe a bounce to backtest some range. So I got out of them, and then I opened some 107s just to see what happened with the Centron report. And so right now bid is 725 by 733, so price is down about $2 here in the overnight session. So it'll be interesting to see where we open up. That is under the secondary 38.2 as well. So if we reject that 756 area or so, look for prices to move back down here into the 104. And then maybe even down here into the 100. It just depends, how they take the news, what kind of volume comes in. But for a shorter term pivot point, I'd be looking at like this 10.99 to 110 area. It seems to be quite a lot of volume starting to build out there, and also a couple fibs as well. So you can see we rejected it multiple times on the 1 hour candles here. And it's very supportive here into 109, but so we'll have to see, do we get the breakdown here to tomorrow morning when it opens, does it fill back into the gap, or does it just continue to break down here into the 104s? I'm hoping for the latter. Kate. This is M&A speculation, right? Alright. Looks like 20 years got everything on it. Falling wedge. The problem with Kate, if you're trying to play the long side here, did it do anything in the overnight? No, okay. You've got this 38.2, the primary 38.2 here at 18.8. You got a little bit of build out of volume above that. The TPO POC for the 20 years here at like 20.25. Then you've got that descending top of the wedge as well. So I guess what I would want to see is maybe just a break over 18.8 and then up and out under this, or up over this downtrend right now, and then up to test 22 and see how it goes from there. Really just depends on how the speculation plays out and if it's real or not. If we see price retract below the 1728 area and stay under there, then I certainly would be closing longs. I don't know if I'd get short with the speculation, but that'd probably be the price that I would watch if I was long Kate. How about techs? So the XLK, the technology sector, was in this kind of microphone broadening wedge pattern, and it broke out here, and it's been able to hold, and it started to create a little bit of a volume build out here above the previous resistance, as well as the short-term 23.6, and also the 161.8 of this congestion area here, the 3-year POC, and quite a large volume node. That's where we broke out of. So that's the 161.8 of that is up here at 48 something, 48.62. So that should also start to act as a little bit of a support on the XLK. So if we do hold that and see a little bit of volume build out, we could go up and over this 49.4 area, but we could just sit and kind of just build out volume for a while, start to compress in range. We could check let's just see what the NQ is first. Oh yeah, so the NQ is at the 23.6 here at the 49.24 area, also the previous all-time high. If we do see price move lower, into the 881 area to backtest the 38.2, or just a little bit lower into these targets. Volume's all the way down here at the 61.8 at 48.10, but that'd take a little bit of pressure. I don't know if we get really enough volume to do that, at least in this week. Maybe 48.81 if we come down, maybe test into the top side of this volume. NQ definitely seems like it's in a better position to take a little bit of a hit than the ES is, at least structure-wise. Let's check out some of the techs. Let's do 3-year weekly. Alright, so Apple did a nice bottoming pattern here, off the secondary 38.2 as well as the primary 23.6. We talked about that previously. Now it's up and through this volume node here, so it'll be interesting to see if it comes back. If it does test it, does it act as support? I would think so. Resistance right now is this tertiary 61.8 here. It tested 3 times on one side before it failed last time. This will be the second weekly test, so maybe next week we see maybe a break out of this pattern, either up and over 117.4 to test higher into the mid to high 120s here. There's not a lot of volume in this area, so anything up and over maybe a 120 to 124 would be a nice quick move. But anyway, so we'll have to see how it reacts here at 117.4. You got volume here below it, and quite a bit of volume too here on the 3-year, from 106 really up into 115. So a lot of area to work with, a lot of support. Then you have the this rising support line, however you want to draw it, also coming up, which has been pretty supportive. So it'll be interesting to see if this wedge just continues to broaden as price goes up. Obviously, we're more than likely not going to see price test up here into the resistance any longer. But it'll be interesting to see how close it can get. Yeah, I mean, it's already well past the all-time high, so obviously we won't see that again. But so yeah, 117.4. That'll be the number I'll be watching to see if we get maybe a daily close, or even a weekly close over the top of that to initiate that move a little bit higher. But for now, I don't think I would want to really be short Apple. Google. See, nice. I mean, nice volume here too. It's just a lot of supportive volume. I wouldn't really want to get short Google anywhere between 790 and 800. You know, if price does fall down here, I mean, it probably just a lot of push pull, a lot of range contraction. If we do see a move back up and over this 105 quarter, or what's this? Is this 106 area? This general range. Then maybe a retest into 816 or so. But for now, I don't think I'd really want to get shorted. But I mean, maybe that's just me. But not really my cup of tea right there. So probably hands off Google from 791 to 805 or so for me, unless I absorb an options spreads book overnight. How about Amazon? Amazon, another one that's sitting in a pretty interesting position. It's supported here by a lot of volume on the 1 year, as well as the secondary 23.6 and the tertiary 38.2. So just a lot of structure there and an uptrend. Resistance coming from the tertiary 50 here at 778, 779, a downtrend and a fib fan. So this will be interesting to watch. I don't think I really want to play it inside of this. I probably either want to play it up and out of 779 at this point, or down and out of 759. We could just, again, consolidate just like the rest of the techs. It's in a position where, they don't look bad. They don't look good, but they definitely don't look bad right now. If those certain price points break in each stock, the 759 here, you see another rotation down and out, just like the other two. But for now, they don't seem to be in too much danger. Microsoft, kind of the same thing. Where are we at on Microsoft? Okay. Still in this channel, it's been in since the beginning of December, above the 23.6, just kind of creating volume here in this general area. So Microsoft, another one of those that we'll have to watch. If we lose the support, this channel in the 60 to 85 area on Microsoft, then you've got a possible move all the way down here into the 61.45 area. So that'll be an interesting move to watch as well out of this channel. But overall, most techs, they don't look terrible. They don't look like something I want to short. Maybe like just sideways to higher for now at least. We'll have to see what happens. The XLP. Why do I want to watch this? Really just ping-ponging in between two large areas of volume, structures of volume. Probably just see this meander down here into this 51 area, then just play back and forth and probably just build out this area in the middle. A lot of sideways and probably just under this trend line. If we do break over this trend line, probably a retest to 53, but XLP probably just gets stuck in the mud here for a while, I would think. I guess TF. Whoa. Open interest. TF. What's up with TF? Same thing with TF here. Built a volume structure up here after the run up higher on the 1 year. Looks like a descending triangle here on the Russell futures against the shortest term 38.2, kind of just flagging up here. So we'll have to see which way this breaks. If it does break down, you got a little bit of volume down here in the 1330 area. See if that area catches it or not. If not, probably a full rotation down here into 1290. But for now, I would think 1330